What is a modern method of auction and how can you use it potentially to your advantage when trying to purchase property in the UK? Today we're going to be focusing from a mortgage perspective on this topic as well. Right, so let's dive straight into it. A modern method of auction you can refer to as being a hybrid between what you could refer to as an unconditional auction, where you place your bid. You typically, if you win, you have to pay 10% upfront, and within 30 days or whatever it is, boom, that money has arrived. You signed up, the T's and C's, it's very, very clear. If you try to back out of one of those type of auctions, well, A, you've already paid the deposit upfront, so you're going to lose that money, and they will likely continue to chase you or make you pay further fees, potentially if you don't proceed with the whole sale. Now, what you have with the modern method of auction is it's a conditional auction sale. Typically speaking, you pay a high reservation fee. It can be, whatever it is, say £6,000 for the property, but you have conditions, and you have typically what's referred to as, say, a 20-day cooling off period, during which time you can do further due diligence before instructing your solicitor to move ahead and actually action the property. So effectively, by paying the reservation fee, you are giving yourself the opportunity to purchase that property, and the seller cannot accept offers from anyone else. It's a bit like a put and options in the stock markets. So what it means is you're buying yourself the right. During that period, you can then go away and do some of your work. Now, this can be extremely advantageous if you are not a cash buyer. If you're a cash buyer and there's a property that you like and you think it's a good price and you win your bid and you have the money in your bank account, you don't necessarily need a cooling off period. Why would you have wanted to pay a reservation fee? You would rather just crack on and to pay the deposit. It's probably going to be cheaper for you. But for somebody who maybe wants to have a little bit more understanding and is buying something through a mortgage, you may well have not already had the mortgage approved by your specific lender. So I wrote down some notes today that I'd like to go through with this. So how the process typically works step by step is before the auction, obviously the property is listed, the legal pack, the financing, the buyer's fee is obviously all actioned on the website, so it's clear for you to see. As you know, during the auction kicks off typically over a set period of say 30 days. The bidding is fully transparent. After the auction, this is the key difference when we're talking about the modern method of auction. Exchange. Contracts are not exchanged immediately at the end of the auction. The reservation fee, the winning bidder promptly pays the non-refundable reservation fee to the auctioneer. And then, as I mentioned before, the cooling off period. The buyer enters a mandatory 20 business day cooling off period. During this time, you can freely conduct surveys and finalise mortgage, etc. So it's very, very important, and it gives a large benefit to people who are happy to pay a fee in order to potentially provide themselves more time to get their mortgage sorted. Here at Cameron James, you can reach out to speak to our mortgage specialist. We're extremely familiar with the modern method of auction and also normal auctions and also just buying properties normally. Reach out and have a conversation with us. It may well be that as your first property purchase, maybe you're better doing something more straight line, a normal property through a normal estate agent, very run of the mill. Maybe you're somebody who can look to do an unconditional auction where you are quite simply bidding, moving ahead, but it's very unadvisable to do that in advance if you don't have a pre-agreement in terms of a mortgage. And then obviously you have the conditional auction, or the modern method of auction as it's called. Our advisors, or our mortgage advisors here at Cameron James, can help you run through what your various options are. And what I always say to my clients is, don't just think to speak to a mortgage advisor at the point that you need execution. Speak to them in advance, get them on your team, get to like them, get to know them, basically say, look, when I buy a property or when I buy the properties, I'm going to be doing it through you. I trust you, I like you, I know what your fees are in advance. You've also been able to tell me which lenders specifically just do not like modern method auctions, which ones do not like unconditional auctions, so to speak. You can start to have a good understanding in advance before you actually go and make any bids online. I hope today's video has been useful. If you want to have a conversation with our mortgage team, you can book in below via a Calendly link or drop me a WhatsApp to start a conversation, and we look forward to helping you. And as always, take care of UK pension assets and also your UK properties.